What's up guys, Master Wagio back at it again, this time with a combo video. So, I'm going to showcase you some 2-card combos. Oh, let me move that over there. 2-card combos featuring Stratos and Forest, okay? So, I'm going to set my hand down here. First, summon out Stratos. And again, this is for MR5, just in case anybody's wondering why I'm summoning extra deck monsters to main monster zones. This is Master Rule 5. So, you have a couple options of things that you can grab. You have your Shadow Mist, you have your Mali, and yeah, that's literally, those are your two options. So, you have your two options here because you have Forest in hand. Forest is going to want to throw one of these guys away. So, now, it depends on if you're going first or second here. You might want to go into Dark Law, but one of the easiest ways to do that is if you have Solid Soldier. So for now, I'm going to just show you what this deck is capable with only 2 cards, and we're not going to go for Dark Law first turn. So I'm going to summon out Vision Hero Forest by sending Mali to the grave. Set my graveyard up there. Then Forest effect's going to activate. I can set 1 Vision Hero in my spell and trap zone. I'm going to activate increases effect. I'm going to go ahead and target 1 hero monster, send it to the graveyard, special him, then I get to special out a Violin. Okay. Next, I'm going to use Violin's effect to send 1. Now, this is again where you can either send Shadow Mist or Mali, totally depending on what you have. Send her to the grave. You're going to get her effect off. And yes, if a lot of people don't realize that Shadow Mist is a chick, please look at your fucking card. It's a chick. It is not a dude. There are breasts there, and it has long hair. That is a chick. Sorry. Where was I? So I'm going to go ahead and send her, and I'm going to go ahead and get a search. My first search is going to go ahead and be a Dusted Gold. You're then going to activate Violin's effect. Since you're done with the Shadow Mist, you can remove her from play, and you can add up a poly. Sorry if you're gender neutral. I guess you could call Shadow Mist they. Cool. So I have the poly. I'll go ahead and set my deck right there. Please don't forget to use Violin's secondary effect of removing from play, because I do that all the time when I play online. Completely forget about his secondary effect, and it never resolves, and then I quit the game in shame. So what I'm going to do next is take Violin and increase, link those 2 away, and even in Master Rule 5, you're going to totally continue to do this. You're going to summon Cross Crusader. That's this guy. Kind of hard to see, but got to make do with what you got. I'm going to use his effect to special summon a Mali, and I'm going to pop the Mali and add to my hand Plasma. Now, this is not the biggest board I'm going to make. This is just a simple, what can I do with 2 cards? So first I'm going to summon Mali out of the grave using his effect. So you send 1, you remove from play 1 from, what is it? How does that work? By removing this card from play. So you remove the 1 from the graveyard, special 1 from the deck, my bad. I guess I never really read him, I just used to, like, I always just pull 1 out of the deck and then throw 1 away. I guess it really doesn't matter. So, you summon your Mali. You don't really need your poly for this combo. This is just a simple bing bang. I'm going to take Stratos, Mali, and Cross Crusader, summon out Plasma. Next, I'm going to use a Dusted Gold's effect to send him to the graveyard, and grab out my Dark Calling, activate it, remove from play a Dusted Gold, and it looks like I'm going to go ahead and take Forest, and summon out Mali Bane. Okay, so I now have a monster on the field that negates your monster's effects, and I have one that is indestructible by battle and cannot be destroyed by card effects, but it can be returned to the hand, deck, and it can be banished. It can also be sent to the graveyard. So learn the difference between those. That's just a basic combo. Really, really like basic bitch. I'm holding a latte and I have movie star glasses on type of combo. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a quick test hand showcasing everything that this deck can do. So let me shuffle here real quick so that, you know, you are not getting garbage hands because I have my cards in order. I keep my decks in binders when I'm not using them, and I order them like monsters, spells, traps, extra deck monsters, you know, basic shit. So I like to keep my stuff organized. I don't have like 40 deck boxes. I feel like that would just be way too much. So I am gonna shut the fuck up, and we are gonna start the duel here. So I'm gonna go first. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So first thing I would do before I do anything else, activate Rhoda. Go ahead and grab my boy Stratos. Shuffle real quick. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and summon the Stratos. Stratos is sorry. Go ahead and grab Forest. Activate Forest's effect. Throw away Shadow Mist. Now I'm actually not going to activate her effect at this moment. Since I have the Monster Reborn in my hand, I'm not going to activate her effect. What I am going to activate is Forest's effect to go ahead and bring up my boy Increase. Okay. Set your Increase, activate him to kill Forest, summon him out, summon out the Vion, use Vion's effect to send my boy Mally, Mally goes to the grave, then I'm going to activate Vion's effect. Now you are going to use your Shadow Mist this time, so you're going to throw away your Forest. Vion's effect's going to activate, or did I draw a Poly? I can't remember. Nope, I did not draw a Poly. Shifted my board a little bit. Okay. So please, again, do not forget to activate Vion's effect. It has 2 effects. Please don't forget it, because if you do, you're going to end your game in shame. So, now, we have a nice little board so far. What I'm going to do is take Vion and Increase, link those 2 away. I am then going to go ahead and summon up, where is it? Where is Cross Crusader? Did I? Hold on, I think I might have shuffled that into my main deck. Yep. Okay. So, I pull out my Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader's effect activates. I'm going to go ahead and grab back my Mally. I'm going to pop Mally to grab up my Destiny Hero Plasma. There she is. Or he. I think that one's a dude. It's fucking Count Dracula. Let's just say it for what it is. He's a vampire. Alright. So this is now in my hand. What I want to do next. Okay. I'm going to activate Monster Reborn, and I am going to bring back the Shadow Mist, activating her effect to grab a Mask Change. Okay. I'm going to then use Mally's effect to remove one from my graveyard from play. Ooh, almost knocked over my camera. And special one out. Okay, so far we have a pretty decent board. Everything's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Dusted Gold's effect. Send him to the graveyard. Pull out a Dark Calling. Everything is looking pretty square. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use Mally and Cross Crusader to get out into my Dread Decimator. Use Mally's effect again. Remove one from play. Special from deck. And this is all a test hand. I did not set up a single thing. As you guys saw, I shuffled. This is just the power of what this deck can do. So, it just creates, like, look at this. We have 5 cards in our hands still, a link 3 on the field, and 3 monsters. So, there's a lot that this deck can do. Next, what I want to do is a couple things here. First, I'm going to activate Poly. Then I'm going to take the Dynatag from my hand and the Stratos from my board. And remember, this is Master Roll 5. So I am going to summon up Elemental Hero Sunrise, activate his effect, get out my Miracle Fusion. He is 100% one of the best monsters that you can have on your field. This is just really good. Okay. So next what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to activate Miracle Fusion you're going to grab a Dark Monster and an Elemental Hero. So I'm going to take Stratos, and I am going to take Cross Crusader. I am going to get out, and it sucks because my camera doesn't angle that far over. Hopefully y'all can still see it. Escurido, okay? Next, because we still have a lot that we can do. I'm going to take Escurido, Mist, and Mally. Summon out Plasma. Next, what I'm going to do is activate from the grave Dynatag's effect. I'm going to put it down here so I know what's going on. I'm going to add 1,000. I think it adds 1,000, right? Yep, gains 1,000. So he then has the boost from him. Next, I'm going to go ahead and activate Dark Calling. I'm going to remove from play Escurido and a Dusted Gold. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I believe it is Portuguese and not Spanish, so if anybody knows how to correctly pronounce that, please feel free to correct me in the comments. So this is so far my board, and I have a mask change. So what I would do is simply set this, wait for my opponent to do anything, and then I would activate this onto my Dread Decimator, sending him to the graveyard, and you can special summon Darklaw up here, special summon Darklaw down here. Again, we're in Master Rule 5, so I would just put him there, and then now my opponent cannot send cards to the graveyard. Like if the card specifically says send to the graveyard, no longer can. Monster effects are negated, and if my opponent has a Regeki or a board wipe, so to say they open evenly, I still have Mally Bane, can't be destroyed by battle of the card effects. So again, not the strongest board, but it was just a test hand, so it's just an example of what this deck can do. One thing I will say, and I've been reading a lot on Reddit, on like the Yu-Gi-Oh Reddit, a lot of people are talking about the main deck Mass Heroes, and one thing that I want to see from that is a counter trap for heroes. I think that would 100% make this deck a lot better, because then say your opponent does play that evenly, they do play that Lightning Storm, they do rock that Regeki, you can stop it. Or the only thing you can't stop is Super Poly. You can stop Nib with that. This deck, one of its main weaknesses is Nibiru. That is just a huge weakness. Super Poly, Regek, like I said, all the different spells that wipe your board. The only thing is Mally can survive it, everything else dies. So going forward, I would love to see heroes get a counter trap. And even if if they gave us main deck Mass Heroes, give us a main deck Mass Hero that can search hero spells and traps. So I think that would be pretty useful. Like, give us a searcher for that trap card. And I don't think it would be too broken, because like a hero lives would become searchable. Actually, I don't know if it would, because I don't know if it's technically a hero card. I'd have to look that one up, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It says a hero in the name, but it's like Hero Kid. You know what I mean? It says hero, but it's not technically a hero. But I think that would be really useful for that. You know what I mean? Give us a main deck Mass Hero, give us a counter trap, and give us a way to search it. Heroes would probably become tier 1 if they were to get something like that, because then they could survive that Regeki, they could survive that Nibiru, they could survive that board wipe, and everything would be all hunky-dory. So that is my hero combo video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, leave them below. Any tips, leave them below. Master YGO out.